guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. My name is So. For today's video, we're going to be picking out my February TBR, even though it is like 5 days into February. Hi guys, this is Future Soph coming in. I didn't realise how wonky the camera was until I was editing, so I'm really sorry. It stays the same throughout the whole video and we're just gonna have to put up with it, and I will try my best to sort it out for the next video, but yeah, I apologise. My bad. Bye. This time I decided to do something a little bit different. I put a question on my Instagram and asked people to give me 3 numbers that will correlate to a bookcase, the shelf, and then the book on that shelf. The only thing is, this shelf here has so much more books on than this one that I haven't read. So when it comes to like this shelf here is mostly my Sarah J Maas paperbacks. However, ACOTAR I have read completely, and Thriller Glass I am currently reading. So when it comes to, if it lands on this shelf, I will be going between the books that I haven't read or started reading. And then also if it lands on a series that I have not started, I will go for the first book in the series rather than whatever one it lands on, basically. But other than that, those are the only like rules, as well as if it lands, I don't want to reread anything this month, so if it lands on something I have read, I will go to the next one on the shelf until it gets to one that I have not read. So other than that, let's just get on into it. Now I asked Connor as well. So Connor's number was 1139. So bookcase 1 is this one. If we go 13, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So we have my graphic novel collection. So 9. 1, 2, 3. So our first book is the black edition of Death Note volumes 1 and 2. I'm actually quite glad that it landed on this because 1 is a super, like, it's an easier book to get through for February, because obviously graphic novels are a lot faster to read than actual novels. So I am very excited about this, and I think I did start it at some point. I can't remember where I got to, so I will just start it again, and yeah, I'm really happy about that one. So next up, I'm just going to pick like a random 5 or whatever from the ones that answered. So let's go for 2, 7, 14. So this is bookcase 2 here. Bottom bookcase is empty, so I'm not going to count that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So this is the one with all the ACOTAR and Sarah J Maas on. So I'm just going to go through these ones here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Was it 13 or 14? 14, which is The Wicked King by Holly Black. I haven't started this series, which means that our next book is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black. And honestly, again, I'm really happy that I landed on this because I have wanted to get to the series for so long, and I also have it on Kindle Unlimited as well, which means I can read it physically and like when I'm at work on break and stuff on my phone, because I don't like taking my books to work because I'm always worried that somebody's gonna, like, because I leave my bag in the office, I'm always worried that someone's gonna like ruin my books. So yeah, I'm really happy about this. To be honest, I can't really remember like the exact in and outs of it, but it's such a popular book and everybody knows about it, so I'm not really going to go into it. But I know it follows Jude and Prince Carden and their fays, I think. I'm just going to read the blurb for anyone who doesn't know. One terrible morning, Jude and her sisters see their parents murdered. The fearsome assassin abducts all 3 girls to the fairy court, where Jude soon realises that to survive she has to be as cunning and deceitful as the fae themselves. But the stairway to power is fraught with shadows and betrayal, and looming over all is the arrogant and charismatic Prince Carden. So I've seen so much fan art for this series and it's so cool, and yeah, I'm just really excited to get into another fae book because I think fae and like fairy is probably my favourite like fantasy theme. But yeah, very excited about that one. 117, 8. So bookcase 117. So this is a bookcase full of unread books, to be fair. Apart from like 5, I want to say. That is all unread, so this will be a good one. So the third number is 8. So we got 1, 2, 3. This is one that I've been meaning to get to because I just never reach for this book, even though it's one of like the first few that I got when I started getting back into reading. This is Poisoned by Jennifer Donnelly, and it's basically a Snow White retelling. And on the front it just says, mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the deadliest of them all? The main person is called Sophie as well. But I'll just read you the blurb, because I feel like I haven't seen this book talked about like anywhere, and it could be really bad, but I need to get to it to like make my own decision, because obviously if I don't enjoy it then I can unhaul it and make space for a new book. So it says, break the enchanted mirror, crush the poisoned apple, seize your own happily ever after. Once upon a time, a girl named Sophie rode into the forest with the queen's huntsman. Her lips were the colour of ripe cherries, her skin as soft as new fallen snow, her hair as dark as midnight. When they stopped to rest, the huntsman pulled out his knife and took Sophie's heart. It shouldn't have come as a surprise. Sophie had heard the rumours. She said she was too kind and too foolish to rule, a disaster of a future queen. And Sophie believed them. She believed everything she heard about herself, poisonous words people used to keep girls like Sophie from becoming too powerful and too strong. With the help of 7 mysterious strangers, Sophie manages to survive, but she must find the courage to face an enemy even more terrifying than the brutal queen, and prove that the darkest magic can't extinguish the fire burning inside every girl, and that kindness is the ultimate form of strength. Now I remember why I picked it up. It sounds really, really good, but yeah, I literally haven't heard anything about it, and I am quite excited to just get to it, to be honest. It's not that big of a book. It's YA as well, so it should be quite fast paced. It's like 408 pages, so yeah. Next up we have Miss Holly's pick, which is 2, 8, 19. 1, 2, 3. That is this one here. This could be interesting because, to be honest, there's not a lot on this bookcase. There's only 4 books here that I haven't read. Unless I extend it to my 3rd bookcase over there. But there's 5 books because Kingdom of the Feared should be up here. We'll just go through and see what it lands on. What was the last number? 19. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. So 19 is The Dragon Keeper by Robin Hobb. This is a fantasy book about dragons. As far as I'm aware, it's about a group of people that have to transport dragons from one place to another. And that's basically all I know about it, and that's basically all I want to know about it, because I would much rather go in without knowing too much. This is the first one, right? Yeah, so it's book 1 of the Rain Wild Chronicles. I got this second hand because I was like desperate for a book about dragons, because I love dragons, and I feel like there isn't many dragon related books out there like at all, unless I'm just like missing all of them. And Becca from Becca and the Books, I think, read this one, so I decided to pick it up for myself, and it was like £2, so I don't know if I'll get to this one because it is a chunkier one, and Robin Hobb's fantasy are quite dense from what I've heard, but I mean, if I enjoy it then it'll be a quick read, but we shall see. I'm still glad to have it on the TBR. Next number is 2, 18, 20, so bookcase 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I counted the bottom shelf by accident, so we're gonna go for this one here, which is my, you can't really see it on the camera, but it's my second shelf of Fairy Loot and Illumicrate specials, and the last one is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, okay. Yep, I'm happy about this. So it actually landed on these Hollow Vows, but I have read that one and I do have the second book, so I'm gonna go and like turn it into These Twisted Bonds by Lexi Ryan. This is the Fairy Loot edition. Absolutely stunning edition. It's about a girl whose sister gets sold to the Fae by their like stepmom person, and then she goes to like get her back basically, but she ends up being caught between 2 Fae courts, the Seelies and the Unseelies. And yeah, I don't want to get too into it because obviously if you haven't read it, spoilers. And this one just follows on from the events of the first book, which I think I'm going to have to read like a summary of, because I keep getting These Hollow Vows and Once Upon a Broken Heart mixed up, and I'm not really sure why, but like their stories are like merged into one in my brain. But yeah, I'm actually really happy about this pick because I really wanted to get to it. So this one's quite chunky, to be fair. 475 pages. Oh, the joys. Okay, we have one more pick. So we have 2, 11, 16. So bookcase 2. A lot of them came from this bookcase, honestly, which is funny because this is the bookcase with the least unread books. But we have 2, 11, 16. So 1, 2, 10, 11. So we're up top for this one. This one, wow, you haven't actually seen any of my recorded videos by the time I'm filming this because I haven't actually edited any, but I have said in my other videos that the way the bookcases are right now can you hear Pepe playing? The way my bookcases are now aren't like set in stone. I am going to reorganise them, and if you want to see that, please let me know. Up here is just a whole bunch of unread books, with a few read ones actually, but it's mostly fantasy, so 16. And I'm very happy about this one too. So this is Fortuna Sworn by KJ Sutton. This follows Fortuna, who is a nightmare, and she's the last nightmare in her world, and she has lost her family, and I think her brother goes missing, but then the fairy king, I think it's like a fairy someone, I think it's the king, I'm not entirely sure, but he basically tells Fortuna that he knows where her brother is, but he wants something in exchange. She obviously like goes with him because she wants her brother back, but that's literally all I know, and that it's a romance as well, and there's like 4 or 5 books out of this, so I'm very excited to get to it because, and look how kind of floppy it is. Love that. I've heard really good things about this, so I'm very excited to start it. So this is our picks for February. We have Cruel Prince, Poisoned, The Dragon Keeper, These Twisted Bonds, Fortuna Sworn, and Death Note, volumes 1 and 2. I'm really happy with this. It is quite a chunky stack, I would admit, but honestly, it's okay. We'll be okay. Right? Thank you to anyone who sent in numbers to help me pick, and if you want to know how I do, then definitely subscribe so you don't miss another video. I'll probably do some reading vlogs, and there'll be if I read enough, there should be a wrap up at the end of February. And yeah, I have a holiday off work this month for a week, so I should be able to get like some decent amounts of these done. However, the new Harry Potter game is coming out and I will be streaming it, so we'll have to wait and see about that one. But yeah, so these are the picks, and yeah, if you enjoyed today's video, please give us a big thumbs up. If you do want to see a bookcase reorganisation video, also give us a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you're reading this month. Let me know what you read last month, what you're enjoying at the moment, any anticipated releases, because I want to hear them all. And if you don't want to miss another video, make sure you hit the subscribe button and click the little bell. That is it for me today, guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!